moving to New York to follow her comedy career. She performed all over the world for the troops. Please put your hands together for the very funny Miss Luchana Gatica.
Thank you guys. Keep going for Benny. Great job. What's up, you guys? I just had a birthday. I turned 31. Yeah. Still going to Planned Parenthood for my regular gynecology exam, so things are going very well for me. Do we have any ladies that go to Planned Parenthood as well? I know there's a lot of Mexicans in here. Okay, well, friends, I mean, I'm grateful that I can still go there and lie about how much money I make, right? But that place is really fucking depressing because you might show up there with nothing, but there's no guarantee that you'll leave there with nothing, right? Like you might catch something in the waiting room, the bathroom, you don't know. And then when you leave, they give you like a lunch sack, like a paper sack filled with condoms and birth control and like boxes of Plan B. Right? Like as if to say, hey girl, we want you to practice safe sex. But you look like you fuck up a lot. I'm gonna give you a 6-pack of Plan B. You look like you drink a lot of Stoli raspberry and Sprite and make terrible decisions. But like, I'm not as slutty as I look, but have any of you ladies ever had sex with somebody that you despise so much that you go home immediately and take Plan B even though you use a condom and you're on the pill? Me either. Asking for a friend. But I feel like I have sluttier tendencies when I've been like freshly waxed, right ladies? Not the old bitches in the back, but like you guys downstairs, you can invite people over. You know? That's what you do. You clean it up, you invite people over, it's a party, it's nice. Every once in a while, someone shows up unexpectedly, you have to pick that shit up immediately. You're like, I'll be right with you. And then you clean it up, and then you can let them in, but you can't let them stay long, because you know in the back of your mind they're going to see some shit, right? They're going to like open up a closet door, everything's going to fall out. You don't know what's going to happen. And then sometimes someone tells you they're coming over and then they cancel and you just wasted $75 on a really clean house. You gotta get anyone up in that bitch. I'll go back to Planned Parenthood. I bought a Groupon for bikini wax. Anyone ever done that? Yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah, you don't really want to cut corners when it comes to your badge, you guys. A bad bikini wax is like bad sex. If you spent that much time down there and I have to go home and finish the job myself, you need to work on your craft. It's a vagina, not a Rubik's Cube. Figure it out. And I don't wax the whole thing. I don't want to make anyone feel like a pedophile, so I just like leave a little strip and I'm very considerate. So I went home and it was like crooked. I'm like, that's embarrassing. Can't show that to anyone. So I was like, well, I'll just like shave it evenly, and then it just looked like a tumbleweed on my vagina. It looked like, you know, Charlie Brown's friend Pigpen, that little cloud of dirt that follows him. That's what my vagina looked like. It was a very Charlie Brown vagina. But getting a bikini wax it's so ridiculous. Like, you know, there's a strange woman facing your vagina, and she wants you to help her do her job. She'll be like, can you pull your lip to the side? I'm like, no, bitch, you pull my lip to the side. I'm paying you, okay? I didn't come here to touch myself in front of you. Unless you have a bottle of Don Julio under this table. Maybe a guy trying to send to a party real quick. And then sometimes you're like, oh, just like leave me a little strip, and they leave you like a Hitler mustache. Which is super embarrassing because I date a lot of Jews. Doesn't go over very well. Unless I'm having heat sex. And then the one time I had this Russian lady waxing me, I'm going to attempt a Russian accent. It's probably going to sound Mexican, so you guys will understand. She's waxing me, and she's like, you have baby before? Which is like not what you want to hear when someone's staring at your vagina. You know, like I would have been less offended if she'd asked me if I'd had an abortion before. I was like, no, why? And she's like, oh, because you take pain so well. I was like, listen, Svetlana, you might want to open with that next time. Before I started thinking I need a lot more than a bikini wax to rude. Should just asked me if I've been with a black guy before. Which no, I have not. I know you guys are confused. I get it. I've got the hoop earrings. I look like a cross between a Kardashian and a living color fly girl. No, I have not been with a black guy. And I love black people. I do. You guys should see my iPod. But like, the black guy considers a compliment. Not always a compliment, you know. Like I work at a bar. I wear a short skirt. This guy the other day was like, whew, damn girl, look at them legs. I'm gonna call you squat rack. That's okay, you don't have to do that. Do you want another Hennessy and pineapple or another round of buffalo wings? I was though sleeping with somebody who thought he was black from the waist down. He wore Magnum condoms, but he didn't need Magnum condoms. I didn't realize it that night, but then the next morning I looked at the trash can, I saw the wrapper, I was like, who tagged in? Did I get gangbang? Again. So, you know, that's single life, it's good times. It's fun. But I'm like ready to settle down, you know what I mean? Like, I'm Hispanic, I'm 31, I'm like way behind the curve. I should have like 3 kids by now. I should be a fucking grandmother by now, let's be honest. Right? You guys, who's babysitting for you guys? And so I was with my girlfriend the other day, and out of nowhere she was like, I hope we get pregnant at the same time, and I was like, I don't really think that's gonna happen on purpose. You're older than I am, you're getting married in a couple of months. I still have like a 7-year supply of Plan B to get through, okay? So, I don't really think we're on the same path. And she was like, you never know, you might surprise us all. What I heard was, you're a whore and Hispanic. Like, what does that mean? You might surprise us all. Like, what kind of surprise? Like, surprise, I met this guy, things are moving really fast, we're starting a family. Or like, surprise. And this week's episode of I Didn't Know I Was Pregnant. Because I shit my baby out into the toilet. I don't know if I should be excited or depressed. A little bit of both. So then I asked her fiance, I was like, hey, you know, like, do you have any single friends that you could set me up with? And he was like, oh my God, I have a great guy. And I was like, great, tell me about him. And he was like, he is really successful, handsome, owns his own home, loves anal sex. Yeah, in front of everyone, he was like, are you into anal sex? Because this guy's really into it. And I was like, well, do I have to decide right now? Because for me, that's like kind of a special occasion activity, do you know what I mean? You know, like birthdays, anniversaries, New Year's Eve after a bottle of champagne. Happy New Year, stick it in my butt. You know what I'm talking about. You look like a special occasion butt fucker. I'm gonna clap for that. Only one, no shame. She's like, yeah. I got you, girl. But I said no, you know, I declined because frankly I couldn't handle the pressure. There's enough pressure that goes into a first date. Now I'd be sitting there wondering, what am I gonna have for dinner? Obviously Mexican is out of the question. And then most guys I've been with, they're always trying to put things in my butt without asking, and it's rude, guys. Stop it. Special occasions, okay? All the time, fucking fingers, a dick, a fucking iPhone. You don't have an app for that, okay? Like, you need these special occasions, you need to make a reservation, okay? Let me know when you'd like to come in. How large is your party? Be a little considerate, you know, give you a nice warm welcome. You guys have been great, thank you so much. My name is Luchana.
That girl got some sexy ass fucking legs, man. Fuck yeah, one straight guy.